Welcome into the shop, everybody. I have a really cool video, I think, planned out. Now, about 3 or 4 videos back, I did a shop update on the Sycamore log. Very huge, very cool log that I managed to stumble upon. In this video, we're going to the sawmill. One of my favorite things to do, and I want to tell you first off, I got a lot of respect for Matt Cremona. I'm a fan of his. The man knows how to manage and handle logs as a one-man show. He's pretty smart man, and I can see why he needs to be, because moving a log is no easy task. There's a fancy calculator over on woodweb.com that calculates the weight of a log, so I put in my information and found that the Sycamore log I have is about 3,200 pounds. Now I have a tundra truck that can haul a little under 10,000 pounds. I have a flatbed trailer that can easily handle the 3,200 pounds, and I have an 8,000 pound pulling capacity winch on that trailer. So I had the equipment to do it. I didn't feel like this was going to be difficult at all, and boy was I wrong. Now, a lot of you who watch my channel for a while are familiar with this trailer. It's Matt Carricker's old trailer. I bought it from him last year. It's a good trailer. He gave me a really good deal on it, and I bought it for the specific reason of loading logs on it. So I wanted the winch, and it was a flatbed. It was steel. It's slippery. I thought this was going to be a great trailer for logs, and it is, but it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. So the first problem I had, one, is the battery on the winch was dead. Oh yeah, wonderful. It's got to charge longer. So the winch didn't have any power, so it couldn't even do anything. So I had to put it on a trickle charger and just sit for a while. Once I got that up and running, my game plan was just to slide the log right up the ramps from the end, and I really didn't think I was going to have any issue, and didn't even get close to moving. I didn't even get it to go up the ramp a little bit. I've already, I tried multiple things down here to try to kind of get it up these ramps, and it just ain't gonna happen. It's not a good setup, not a good design. Too short, too steep of a slope, and just a waste of time. So let's move the trailer and give it a shot rolling it up the ramps. The challenge is, once you get it on the trailer, you want to get it positioned in the right spot. It kind of needs to be somewhat over the axles. I put it in a little bit in front of the axles, probably a little bit too far in front of the axles. I had quite a bit of tongue weight on there. But getting it spun and moved on the trailer was not as easy as I thought it would be. I had to rig up systems with it come along and all this stuff. So it took a full day's worth of work to get that log from the ground onto the trailer, strapped down and ready to go to the sawmill. That's a long time. I think Matt Cremona could do that in about 30 minutes. I'll get there one day. I actually really enjoy this, and I want to get into sawing more logs. It's so satisfying and so much fun, and I love watching guys on YouTube do it. And so this is really my first go at it, and I'm kind of hooked. So we're going to be doing more of this. The best part is the sawmill. So that's where we're going to go now. Let's head that way and cut this log up. Okay guys, we made it out to the sawmill. This is Texas Urban Sawmill. This is Devin here, the owner. Say hi,
hey,
man. Quick introduction.
I'm Devin. I'm the owner and founder of Refined Element. This is our furniture business, and then the Texas Urban Sawmill here in Dripping Springs.
All right, man. Well, thankfully I made it without any issues. The log's looking good. He's actually taken You say, what do you got on there? Live oak?
Yeah, live oak from that was like a grand live oak from Concordia University,
Yeah?
and we just cut it into a bunch of benches and beams, and they're gonna put them all over campus.
Oh, cool.
Just random stuff.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Awesome. So what do you think of the log?
It's pretty freaking sweet. I mean, it's basically a veneer grade log, except it's just too big.
It's so big, yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna lay out, because my intentions here is to do some quarter sawing out of this. I want to get drawer stock, and you know, Devin's the master sawyer here, so we're gonna lay out on the end of the log kind of our game plan, and then from there we'll start cutting. Ready to get the brakes?
You want to put your brake? You want to jump in your truck, put your brakes on?
Hey, that was pretty good work there.
Too heavy, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I got it. I think I got her.
I think that's pretty good.
Right there?
Yeah. If it'll stay.
Is that it?
I mean, it's close enough.
Oh, it's perfect. Is this perfect?
I mean, our lines are kind of, that's perfect.
All right. Now.
Oh, you're going to leave the forks on? Because what worries me is it's going to roll. But...
Yeah, no, I'll wedge it now.
Okay. Simple.
Yeah. Doesn't be too fancy. It's gotta work, right? Yep.
This tree wants to live on. It sprouted a tiny bit of sycamore leaves there.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna happen though. We're about to cut it in a bunch of pieces. So we got it wedged. What's the next step?
Really?
Start cutting?
Really, yeah. Let's make sure we got the game plan. So
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking too, because actually what we want to do, right, is because these we're not going to spin it up. I was right, because we want to keep these.
That's gonna be the
right
quarter saw, the good stuff. Yeah.
So one approach we could take is just we can cut this whole thing out as a chunk.
Yeah.
Or I could just start dropping it 5 quarters,
and then
we can pull them off. But we could just keep dropping it down.
Let's
At that point, if we wanted to cut the pith off, man, I think I can just grab I have a big ass circular saw, and we could just
zip it off.
We could just rip them off. I think that would probably be easier.
That's probably going to be the best thing to do, just so I can handle it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Of course, and I could also do that at my shop as well.
Okay, yeah.
We'll figure it out.
5 quarters, simple. We'll figure that out.
Okay. All right, man. This is the fun part. We get to see what's in there. pretty much what we're looking for right there. It's the quarter saw Sycamore. It's not super uniform throughout, but it's pretty dang close. But it may get better as we go further down, don't you think?
Yeah.
This is looking good. This is cool, man.
Actually, let's do.
This is the pith right here. Yeah, we're right in the center.
Yeah, should be in these. That one and this one. Then should be out of it.
And over here, that's all quartered. Yeah, buddy.
I think your next piece is your.
The money piece.
Saying, man. Okay. Alright, this is my favorite part always. There we go.
That's pretty. Wow, look at that. Some cool color coming out here in the sap. I don't know if that's like spalting almost.
Yeah, that's what I was saying when I saw it. A darker color.
Yeah, that's pretty, man. It's crazy how it has quite a bit of almost orange color to it. That'll do. Okay, so these are going to make up the two slabs, 2-inch thick. These should be pretty nice once they're book matched. I bet we've got close to 4 feet here. I can't remember exactly where that was, but these have been a nice couple slabs, and I feel a lot better now knowing that I've got a few slabs out of this. So we're gonna basically split it here, and you're gonna.
What looks centered to you?
I think
good?
it looks good. Spray it.
Yeah. So I'm just helping.
This is
helping myself a little bit.
Make a little line here.
So yeah, because the Baker, you know, this saw is just too big of a. I mean, this log saw.
Yeah.
Is too big, really, to quarter saw on almost, unless you had a big industrial saw.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna manually do it with the chainsaw. It's just gonna make life a lot.
This is gonna get us
easier.
started, basically.
I mean, we could try. Maybe we'll do it on the second one to stand it vertically.
Yeah.
But I have a limit of 36 inches height on that saw too, and it's just funky trying to stand something.
Yeah,
like
it's
this
a
tall.
little sketchy.
So we'll
Okay.
try it this way first.
So you're gonna cut it nice and straight, right?
I'm gonna cut it. Perfect to say. Perfectly, we like to say perfectly imperfect lumber and perfectly imperfect furniture out of this place. So
that makes sense. I like that.
Perfectly, perfectly imperfect chainsaw cut.
All right, I can do that. You do better than I would. I promise you that.
Don't embarrass me, Saul.
So at this point, Devin is kind of ripping, freehanding or rip cut, and he actually hits a screw in the pallet below and has to go through the process of changing blades. And I got really hungry, so I went and got everybody lunch. So we kind of lose the footage, but it's a great opportunity for me to jump in and tell you about today's sponsor, Decked, who I absolutely am a huge fan of. This is an awesome product that goes in the back of a truck and creates a drawer system and a platform. It works great. So by nature, I'm not a super organized person, and I typically just have stuff in the back of my truck. Mostly straps, bungee cords, occasional tools, things like that, jumper cables, a lot of things just sitting back there. I don't have a toolbox because I think it impedes with lumber store, transporting lumber. But with Decked, I can take all those things, my straps, my bungee cords, even extra things that I need, tools and stuff, and store them nicely in the drawer system and still be able, without any issue, to haul lumber. That was my biggest concern about putting Decked on, is how am I going to haul lumber, and it wasn't an issue. It really doesn't change anything. I haul lumber up off the tailgate, and if it just changes the angle, right? So as long as you're strapping it down, you're good to go. Now if you get into really long boards, I usually take a trailer, so it's not even an issue at that point. So there was no issue with me hauling any boards or lumber with the Decked system. The install is super easy. It took me an hour and a half, and the instructions are clever and well written. No issues there at all. The system makes storing and organizing your tools super easy, and it's very secure. You can get locks for the drawers, or you can just lock your tailgate. That's what I do. You lock your tailgate and no one can get into any of your stuff. Couple great points is that the drawers can hold 200 pounds. They swing in and out effortlessly, so those things slide really well. I was very impressed with how well they could slide. We've gotten a lot of rain in the last 2 to 3 weeks, and I haven't found any signs of water in the drawers, which is great because it protects your tools from getting rusty. The actual deck surface has a payload capacity of 2,000 pounds, so if you want to load your four-wheeler up on there or any heavy pallet of, you know, whatever you may have, bricks, lumber, concrete, whatever you need, you can load up to 2,000 pounds on that deck. The system is 100% made in America, and there's a 3-year warranty on it, no hassle. They have great customer service. They also offer a great amount of accessories you can add on there. So one thing I want to add is an aluminum T-track that gives you tie-down points on top of the deck. They also have different toolboxes and dividers you can put in the drawer system. So it's a very well thought out system with a great selection of accessories to go along with it. And even, you know, when I go camping, I had the opportunity to take it camping with me. I went out to Colorado Bend State Park with my son Johnny, and it holds all the camping gear. There was 9 of us total here, and we've loaded that thing up with camping gear. The great thing is Decked is offering my viewers free shipping. Just go follow the link in the description, www.deck.com/Andy Rawls, and you will get free shipping on your system. Pretty awesome offer. I really appreciate Deck supporting the channel and providing such a cool product. I'm a big fan and supporter of this company, so go check it out. So let's get back to sawing up this log. It looks like you got a bar back here you might hit. There it goes. You got it. Okay, so the rain has started to come in. Feels actually really nice. It's been a hot day, a lot of hard work. I appreciate the help, fellas. Got a lot of quarter sawn. This is Brent over here, by the way, helped me strap everything down.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Ton of quarter sawn. A lot of this is quarter sawn. All the 5/4 in here are the big quarter sawn slabs, and then we ended up slabbing out a bunch of 2-inch slabs. And then I got this big monster here. Don't know what I'll do with that. Appreciate all the help, man. I would love for you, for my viewers, to get an opportunity to know more about what you got going on out here. So how can they, like...
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, Texas Urban Sawmill Refined Elements, Instagram, Facebook. I do a little dabbling on YouTube, not like the master here. The one thing that I would like to talk about a little bit, the one thing that I'm excited about is we're a member of what's called the Urban Wood Network, and I've been asked in my honor to actually start the Texas chapter of the Texas Urban Wood Network.
I have not heard of this.
I had a brain fart.
Yeah,
the national group. So it's a national group that is trying to standardize specifications for urban wood.
Oh, that's cool.
And we're all advocates for the use of urban trees, etc., and unlike traditional logging.
Yeah.
And just a real quick fact is, you know, there's a belief that about 30% of traditional lumber can be replaced with urban trees that typically go to waste. And when they go to waste, of course, they resequester all the carbon that they've stored and deposited over their lifetime.
Okay, so when you say that, how is that? You mean by transportation or by just...
Yeah, well, typically urban logs are viewed as trash.
Yeah.
They end up in landfills.
And so there's a lot of work to get into the landfills and all that.
Yeah, that, and, you know, just also they're good character. They can be quality lumber.
Right.
You know, they're not graded, like they're full of character. I mean, this is a great example of a really prime urban log.
This is a really nice log.
Yeah, so over the course of the next few months, we'll have a web page up and some other stuff. The Urban Wood Network Texas chapter, there's a few things that we're going to be at the Texas Woodworking Festival in September. I'm also speaking at the ISA in Waco, which is the International Society for Arborists.
Oh, no way.
So we'll be talking about the Urban Wood Network. And then the chapter will probably officially kick off with a website, Instagram pages, Facebook pages towards the end of this year, and really kick off in January of 2020 is when I'll have everything together.
That's exciting,
so,
man.
Yeah, it should be pretty cool. You should be a part of it.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually going to miss the festival this year because it lands 2 days before my 4th birthday, and my wife, She said I can't go to the festival. She got to throw me a party. So.
All right. I was going to ask you.
Sorry, guys. Anyway, I'll link all of this stuff in the description so you guys can go check it out. I appreciate all the help, man. I appreciate everything you do.
Thanks,
We had a really interesting conversation about the difference between urban logging and regular logging, and there is a lot of waste and there's a lot of cool trees. And you just look around this property and look at all these urban trees he's resourcing and using. And you make a lot of furniture out of this as well, right?
Correct. Yeah. Sell it direct to consumer and make a lot of special furniture. I mean, like this log actually came from near Tyler, Texas, a historical.
That's walnut right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came from an original plantation.
Well, you told me about that one.
Like the 1860s.
Sam Houston desk, dude.
That's the tree. Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Cool stuff like that.
Awesome, man. Okay, I got a long drive home, so I'm gonna pack it up and go. Appreciate the help, man. Really do.
Anytime.
Awesome. Okay, fast forward a few days, back in the shop. Trailer is unloaded. I got a giant stack of Sycamore right here behind the bandsaw. It kind of makes the bandsaw look a little bit tiny, but it also serves as a really nice outfeed table. So basically, my options were to put this outside or inside. The problem with putting it outside is it gets really hot in Texas, as you know, and almost so hot that this would dry too fast. That's the experience I've had. Drying lumber, you know, the heat will cause it to warp and crack because it's drying too fast. So I just opted to put it here in the shop where it's climate controlled, a little bit cooler. The downside to that is there's a lot of moisture in this wood, and that moisture has to go somewhere, so it's going to release humidity into my shop. So to get around that, hopefully what I've got a couple fans. I can see one kind of back through there, one on the other side of the bandsaw. It's pulling air through this stack, getting that surface moisture off, and then I've got a dehumidifier here that's hopefully pulling quite a bit of moisture out as well. So we're trying to mitigate the amount of humidity that this brings into the shop. And we just wait at this point. We wait probably a year and a half for the 5/4 and 2 years for the 8/4 to get air dried, and then it'll be usable. So let's all be patient. Speaking of being patient, let's go talk about the Argosy. She's looking beautiful, by the way. Look, I got the sign, the Argosy up there. It's just leaning right now. I haven't really attached it, but it looks cool. Camper's looking awesome. I have been doing work on it, although, you know, I haven't been posting a lot. I feel really bad. I feel, you know, I really lost momentum. I really lost steam on this, and I know every time I post a video, you guys are like, hey, when's the next Argosy video? And I'm trying. I really am trying. I think the end of this month I should have one up. I've been working really hard on the interior walls, which are a pretty big hurdle because these are all veneered and they're curved and they're tricky. So I'm probably about 60% of the way through that process. Once I get all those walls set, I think the interior build is going to go pretty quickly. I think we'll be able to, you know, move along quite nicely, but I don't want to make any promises. You know, I really just kind of end of last year really ran out of steam on this thing. I had a great pace going. I was working hard, posting videos every 1-2 weeks on this, and I just got worn out. I got behind in the shop with clients, and I just kind of had to slow the pace down, and I haven't been able to pick that up, and I don't see that happening. I think we're just going to go a little bit slower from here on out. I can't give you a deadline on when it's going to get done. Man, she's beautiful. But I'm hoping end of the year we'll be camping in this thing. That's my hope. And originally I was planning for September of this year because I'm turning 40. We were going to go on a really cool trip, but it's not going to happen. A few other things we've been working on. The rear brake lights are all set and on. Marker lights are all on. A lot of little things have been going with it. I've been making progress, but still got a ways to go. And that's the thing with this whole restoration that has been a bit humbling, is every time you think you're getting close, you find out there's more to do. There's just things you didn't know you had to do. Being that this is my first one and I'm a bit inexperienced, it's just kind of almost beats you down. It's a mental game, and you just keep battling and keep pushing and keep going. And I'm gonna get it done. It's gonna be incredible, but the pace is a little slower. So you guys stick with me. I think I know we've got a video coming into this month. I'm gonna make that happen. So stay tuned for that. And then I'm gonna try to push through the next 2 or 3 months and get several new videos up for you guys, so we can keep the pace going on this and get this beautiful camper finished. Okay, so that's it for this video. A lot of rambling, a lot of talking. If you're still with me, I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support, and thank you for being here. Be patient. New video coming hopefully next week, or maybe the following week. I just want to say thanks to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Let me know what you think of the Sycamore log. Let me know what you think of where we're at with the Argosy. Please don't be mad at me. I promise you it's going to get done. See you next time.